Police officer did something no one will believe. In today's world, it's not uncommon to hear stories about the police. Unfortunately, many of the stories are bad. Here is something unlikely. Just outside Los Angeles, California, in a town called Montebello, police department got great deal of attention. It wasn't because something unethical or tragic happened, it was because an officer did something amazing. The dispatcher at police station received a call from a bank nearby. They were complaining about a customer who was causing trouble and refusing to leave the bank. Officer Robert Joseph was the closest officer to the bank, so he responded to the scene. When he got inside the bank, he saw a 92-year-old man in there, who was very angry and upset. He was going on and yelling at the bank teller. He was refusing to get out of line. The officer went into the bank. He asked the teller what was going on. She explained that the man wanted to withdraw money from his account, but she couldn't help him. The man had told her that his ID card had expired, but he didn't realize it. He couldn't understand why his name and address and photo were on ID, but they still couldn't allow him to withdraw the money. He just wanted to take his own money from the bank. The teller explained to the officer that the bank had policy that prohibited them to make any transaction with someone with an expired identification. Officer Joseph listened, realizing that he couldn't force the teller to give the man his money. Rather than taking the man from the bank and arresting him, he did something that shocked just about everyone. The officer asked the man to follow him outside. The man originally thought he was going to be forced out of the bank, but when the officer told the man where they were going, the man smiled. Officer Joseph was taking him to the Department of Motor Vehicle. When the two arrived, the officer went to find the person in charge. He explained the issue to the manager, and the man was allowed to get in the front of the line. He was able to renew his license quickly, so that the bank would have no choice but to allow him to take the money from his own account. After the man renewed his license, the officer took him back to the bank. The man withdrew the money that he needed. Later that day, when the Montebello Police Department heard what the officer did, they created a Facebook post along with the picture of the officer helping the man at the Department of Motor Vehicles, and written the story of Officer Joseph and the old man. The picture was shared over 40,000 times. At a time where police are often criticized for their action, this officer is a great example of what an officer should be. Most officers would have sent the old man out of the bank or maybe even arrested him. Officer Joseph helped the man get a new ID, so that he would never have trouble at the bank again. I hope you enjoyed hearing it. Subscribe for more.